Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our final game of the day. It's been a long one. We had some slow games, and now we just got done with the circus. What a game one it was. DK taking on HGT. They went full clown mode. There were throws. We laughed. We cried. There was a lot of pain and suffering. Many rares might be lost if DK take this game, but with that said, I finally have a co-caster. Hey, Winter, how you doing? I think I have one. Are you muted?
What's up?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm good.
Did you watch the last game?
I hope it was fun. I didn't get to watch it.
Oh, it was so silly. Oh, it was so silly. Well, you missed out, man. If you ever want to just laugh, then I would say go back and watch the VOD. But,
There's
alright.
always replays. There's always replays. Don't worry.
We're going to see this again from HGT Winter, and they've been doing it a lot lately. Versus them, Tong Fu banned these two first stage, the Shadow Fiend and Chen. They really love that Mushi-style mech on the Shadow Fiend, and then they just push, push, push.
I think I saw a couple of games already, not only from their team, like from other teams. Every team, they pick Shadow Fiend. They build a mech, and they keep pushing.
Yeah, HGT seem to be the one team that's running the Chen with it, though. Chen is not that popular in China right now, but yeah, the Shadow Fiend is very popular at the moment.
Yeah, they're on the Dire. They have Shadow Fiend and Venge and Chen. They can take objectives very easily. Roshan Tower. Very strong at grouping up. And what do they go for the Chen if they don't go for mech in the last game? Did he go for like
I think he's been rushing
Axe?
Ags mostly.
Arcanes into Axe, first item.
Yeah. Air does not always go for mech, but it's pretty common, and it seems like normally when they have a Chen, he tends to be the one who builds it.
I see. So you will have the Granite Golem very early.
Yeah, it seems like that's the idea, and then maybe you get, someone who can build a Necro Book 3, or just some other good pushing hero, and yeah, you just deathfall.
Get all the aura, I guess, the Alpha Wolf, and maybe the Hellbear Smasher with the attack speed aura.
Yeah. They will want at least one good initiator here, just to get a pick so they can transition to the push, I feel.
Yeah, probably a Bat. Bat will fit their lineup very well.
I'm surprised Bat Rider is not being prioritized more, because I feel like the hero is consistently owning right now.
Didn't Ember get picked almost every game in Chinese versus Chinese matchup?
Yeah,
but not this game.
Ember, and also Troll. Troll is first pick material for most teams, but he's been ignored here.
Yeah, I see a lot of Troll plus a DPS carry. So
yeah, like a Void or something.
Yeah, Void or especially the Troll plus Juggernaut. When he Omni Slash, you give him attack speed.
Yeah, you give him that and a Mask of Madness, and it's just ridiculous. DK will go Morphling, though, and to be fair, HGT don't have many ways to control the Morphling, but I guess the question is, will he have time to farm, or are HGT just going to start taking a lot of early fights and look to run DK over?
How do you like support Morph?
I have not actually seen it in a competitive game yet.
So only pups?
Yeah, well, I mean, you have that, 4.25 second stun? But
yeah, at level 7, you just need Soul Ring and maybe a Soul Ring Trankles and maybe a stick or Aquila. Then you won't have mana problems. Basically, the call would be a blink on a support Morphling.
Do you think it's good?
Yeah,
I know it's annoying. I've played against it. It's extremely irritating.
The problem is how you actually get away with it, because it's very weak at the start. But if you reach level 7, it's literally you hit an arrow, a Mirana arrow, easily all the time.
I think
it's very strong.
I feel like you need another really strong early game support, like a Skywrath or someone who can just basically support the entire team by itself, so the Morphling can get a little space to, like you said, get levels and farm.
He just needs levels and 1 mana item and a blink, that's all. Probably 5k net worth on a position 4 support, then you're good to go.
Well, HGT are going to ban out the Spirit Breaker. One of the better heroes at ganking Ember, but is that DK do pick pretty weird. Winter, the other hero that wasn't banned yet, he's really popular right now, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts, even though I don't think either team's going to pick him, is the Bloodseeker. A lot of the Chinese teams are banning Bloodseeker first phase right now.
I can't remember which team was it. I saw the team doing, I think it was Moshi's team. They did Bloodseeker plus Zeus.
Oh yeah.
Put the thing on the Zeus. You put the first spell, Blood Rage, on the Zeus.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's very strong. And it's very good versus like BKB heroes, and the silence is awesome against a hero like Ember.
He's ignored this game. DK, they've run him as a CT-wide. It seems like usually when teams pick Bloodseeker, they run him in the jungle, and they'll just basically only have one support hero. So he'll be jungling, they'll have another offlaner.
Yeah, dude, they have one support hero, like talking about one support hero. Look at their heroes.
He farms quickly too. If you choke point jungle, like on the dire side, you know, you eat this little tree.
Yeah, I know. Like the Ursa jungle.
Yeah. E-Home do it like I feel like there's got to be a way for teams to punish it, but nobody is. They keep on running Mushi on like an Ursa, Bloodseeker, you know, some AFK jungling hero. I've seen Inflame do something similar as well, but it seems to be working.
Hero. I don't think Ursa's that AFK. He gets rushed on like what, 4 minutes?
Well, no, Mushi ganks. He just like runs mid and tries to kill you, and then he goes to Roche.
Yeah, and the Axe also have been a lot of games I see this hero. Like teams have been favoring him as an offlane hero a lot in the last or in the whole DAC. I think he's been picked up very, very much.
All right, let's introduce the teams before we get too excited. CTY going to be playing your Clockwork, XBG on the support Witch Doctor, Black on the Dunk Master, the Axe, the Cold Snap. Cold Snap will be handling the Viper, and Dreamy U will be on the Morphling. He's got quite a few tangos here. They're going to find CTY. Hello, sir. He's going to get caught out, and no, vacuums them in with the cogs, but it will spell his own demise. They're going to get the trade here with Kaka. It looks like one more auto attack will bring him down. And in the meantime, ZSMJ finds himself in a slightly awkward situation, but he'll just scurry and will retreat out. So, introducing the opposition, you've got Icy on the Darkseer. The Ember Spirit will be handled by ZSMJ. They switch him and Air up quite a bit, but ZSMJ playing it this time. Generally, if it goes mid, it's Air. Air on the Shadow Fiend, Pretty Haw on his go-to hero, the Chen, and Kaka on the Vengeful Spirit.
Are they running like support Clockwork? Because I think he's been playing support in the last few games, right, CTY? Yeah. I saw him playing a bench. There's one game he was playing a bench. Bit pull with the Clockwork.
What do you think of his support? Because when he entered the scene, he was known for... Whoa.
Okay.
Is he trying to push them up the cliff?
I think he actually didn't get... He needs to cut the tree with the cutting blade or something.
Huh. So is the idea to pull the bird?
Yeah, like the Rubik leaf.
Like the Rubik leaf, okay. Yeah. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, me either. It's my first time.
CTOI seems very creative. Like, he's been drafting so many strange heroes and is definitely not afraid to experiment.
Look at what he's doing.
Yeah, this is very next level.
Yeah, he just tried to push the creeps. I am not sure what is that gonna achieve. Maybe. Yeah, alright, I'll just keep watching. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like this is the only thing to watch right now. This Black is gonna get a call off on ZSMJ under this tower. Super aggressive play from your Axe. He'll be okay though. And, well, Darkseer is in this game, by the way. We haven't mentioned that. This hero is not very popular right now.
He's 1v1ing a Morphling. This is very, very ideal. Like, this is very good for Darkseer.
Not very good for Dreamy U though. He's not having fun.
No, it's very, very difficult for the Morphling 1v1. He needs to tank, and he didn't get like protection or any armor items, so he's constantly taking a lot of damage from creeps.
Yeah, that is not easy. CTY, still level 1. He's gonna go for this bottom rune. Let's see if he gets anything good to try and gank the Darkseer. Ah, just a
he needs the bounty. This is the perfect rune. He needs level 2. Then he can try and kill the Darkseer.
Okay. He's gonna go for it now, and Icy playing very aggressively. Dreamy is gonna wave out. Icy surging after him. This is the opportunity to spring a trap. In the meantime, though, they get a kill on the mid as Kaka and Air combine with a Venge Stun. And Morphling ends up getting solo killed by Icy. Oh my goodness. Already 3-1 the score, and CTY, he shows his face as Icy scurries away the other direction. Meanwhile, top, though, Black getting the call off on ZSMJ. Trying to body block him here. Where's the spins, he says. Where's my spins at? Not here. And now HGT gonna smoke.
They need to help the Ember very badly. He only has 3 CS.
And he's almost out of... Just has the tangos left now. They're going to find the clockwork too. Oh, they get fogged though. Where's that troll trap? Nothing coming yet. Troll trap? Yep, onto black. Now they go. They don't have mana for chains though. They stun him. He's going to start spinning. They have to be careful if he gets lucky with these spins. He doesn't. Not the best spin luck.
The cast was so good versus the Chen creeps.
Uh-oh. I see. He's got one tango. They're going to block him off. He can't run that way. He's going to head the other way. C2I.
He should be fine though.
Yeah.
It's level 2 search.
And C2I is a rather slow fellow, it seems.
I wonder what is actually the reason behind the clockwork support thing. Maybe he just tried to... I think he didn't realize that the creep was actually stuck there.
Oh, you mean the bird?
Yeah, I think so. I think he actually meant to do like the Rubik pull, but he didn't make it.
I guess you need to move... You have to be a little bit closer to the camp, maybe, or...
I'm not sure. I've never tried this at all, so I can't really
yeah.
say.
I imagine he's practiced it, and he's not just like, let me use this game to see if this is possible, but... Then again, I kind of feel like C2I has been a mad scientist recently, and maybe he is just purely experimenting.
Dexter's laboratory.
Yeah, exactly.
he's gonna try and go behind the dark though. It's not easy for them to get this kill.
But top lane, this could be one. ZSMJ just being chased out. There's a point in Battle Hunger from Black. Not gonna go. Do you think level 1 Battle Hunger is actually worth getting?
I see most of the players, like a lot of them are getting it actually. Like I think if you're laning is fine though. Maybe if you're jungling you want to get more core, but I guess it's the value of the movement speed that's really good for the spell, not much of the damage.
Yeah, it's the same percentage at all levels, that's true. So
1 point is very good.
Yeah, I guess the one issue is X does not have the best mana pool. So not really something you can be spamming without a bottle.
You deserve nothing.
Yeah, that's why either you get a Force Staff after or you get like the Acceptor, which is the more common build nowadays. Blink into Acceptor if you don't need BKB.
Definitely the more fun build. Easier to chop. No, HGT just...
Bottom again.
Uh-oh.
He didn't get the cogs.
Well, it's gonna be hard now. That's level 2 Surge is doing a lot of work.
They need the Viper though to come in. They really want to chase this.
Well, 4 heroes going top. It's a party. And Black is going to be the one who probably wishes he wasn't invited here. He spins a bunch on the creeps, but not enough. Shadow Fiend will nuke him down. Meanwhile, they finally do kill off that Darkseer. As you mentioned, the Viper rotating in.
That was really important. He was so pesky to them.
Yeah, with that death, he falls back down to earth a little bit, but still, he's shut down the Morphling super hard.
Yeah, and this ward is going to be very useful to
scouting
the Shadow Fiend. CTY just plays a middle ward, the lane ward, in between the tier 1 and tier 2.
Ah. That is a nice ward.
This is a very interesting like support play from CTY. It feels like a bounty hunter running around placing wards, but it's a clockwork.
In theory, they should know he's coming. Air might get caught out here if he's not careful. They want to go on him. They
see him. They see him. They know he's there.
He's like, which way do I go here? Alright, I'm going to go up towards XPG, get an easy kill. And now you're not going to come at me.
No. You can't run up the hill against the Chen army.
No, yeah. You get clapped by the Ursas, stomped by the Centaurs, stunned by the Venge.
It's really interesting though, like HGT's lineup is going to take all their outer towers like very very quickly. And DK's lineup feels really like they need to fight at the towers if they want to defend their towers. They don't have much like creep clearing abilities.
Yeah, so for that they need like hookshot and they need a blink on Axe. And Axe is pretty far off with a blink.
Here comes the cast.
Going on to air, but the stun comes out. Cold Snap ult, they push him back with the cogs. Can't get the kill though. Cold Snap on the run, everybody backing off. Nobody gonna get anything done. Are they done yet? Oh, they got a creep.
Middle lane though, the Axe is doing a lot of damage to the tower. That's actually really good for them, DK, since they are the ones that are expected to be on the defensive during the early game against HGT's heroes. He's halfway through his blink, so that's the most important thing they want to have right now in their lineup.
let me ask you, why do you think they put the clockwork on a support role instead of, or in the jungle instead of the axe?
They picked the clockwork last, so I'm not sure about the plan, but I definitely think that the axe was actually doing a lot of pressure towards the Ember. If you look at the CS, he's only 13. In the laning phase, he got hampered a lot by the axe. I believe the axe would have done a better job compared to the clockwork. That's the reasoning why.
Yeah. He also would do a better job in the jungle, so it's like you wish you had 2 axes or something.
I'm not sure though. If they would have done this, I would actually prefer you have an Enigma instead of a clockwork, but I'm sure they have a reason for the clockwork though.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to kind of see what the plan is, but
I think it was the Rubik thing.
Yeah.
But he actually didn't get to pull that off.
Oh well. Maybe something we should go test in a lobby after this game.
Yeah, if you are looking for stuns that go through BKB, like Enigma will actually provide that, and jungle's faster obviously. And bottom lane, they're gonna try to kill the pesky Darkseer again, but he's gonna be out of there in no time. They wanna take the tier 1 at top. It's really surprising that it's already 9 minutes in, their lineup like this, they still haven't managed to get a tier 1. It's about time it happens.
HGT gonna push this top lane. Viper! Oh, hello, sir!
Stop! Stop! Stop, dude!
That sucks.
Oh, that was so good.
He's even playing it safe too. He TPs to the tier 2, you know?
Yeah, that was a really good play by HGT. Like they didn't actually try to hit the tower with the other 3 heroes first. They just waited until someone like they saw a fish basically was fishing.
That was very patient, I must say.
Yeah, that was really good play.
Well, this is going to help TSMJ in particular. With the awful 22 CS, he's going to make up for it with some tower gold.
And DK are doing their best. They are doing damage to the tier 1 bot. They took the tier 1 middle. They're going to lose this tier 2 regardless of whatever they do. So the best thing they can hope for is get an even trade, which is to get another tower at bottom. But HGT is not going to allow that to happen, obviously.
So Shadow Fiend is going mech, it looks like, I believe. Yeah, he's got the headdress, 1600 gold. He's basically got it.
I think it's a really good item on Shadow Fiend because of the fact that it gives him a lot of survivability. And yeah, he's standing in the middle of the fight and having an item like mech. It's really good. Theoretically on a hero like Shadow Fiend, although it's really weird to say that. If you say that like 2 years ago, people would think like, what?
The other thing is that his spells are so cheap that he actually has the mana for it, which is a big deal.
CTY middle lane is gonna hook bench. Yep.
Quick hook shot in. Now they wave over the top into the cogs, and Kaka gets caught out. Dreamy you.
The ward finally pays off 1 kill.
Yeah, I feel like they need a little more than that, but they get the Venge kill at least.
And I think this game the Morphling probably has to get a Ethereal Blade because the enemy is gonna be pushing very quickly, and as a hero like Morphing, it's either you split push or you buy time for a team, which is to kill someone somewhere on the map, or you kill someone when they are 5 mana, which is like you need Ethereal Blade to do that. Linken's is I don't think would be optimal. It's either Ethereal Blade or you go for Manta.
So if you're HGT now, just go push the other tier 1s, just time to 5-man?
Yeah, they have to just keep pushing, otherwise the enemy will get really strong during that game. A lot of cores, and I mean you have Shadow Fiend and Ember, but your Chen wouldn't be so strong late game.
I wonder. Icy started to build a mech as well. It looks like he got a Ring of Regen and Chainmail, and then he's okay. Shadow Fiend
that was like an early game item, but he can actually use the Chainmail for Crimson Guard.
That's true. Do you think you should go Crimson Guard here?
Yeah, I think it's actually very good against Axe and Viper. It's an option that he can actually go for. If you think about the Darkseer's item choice, what else could he actually go for? Like Blink is not so important in their lineup.
Midas?
You have Midas is also a good choice here. Definitely. Midas is good, yeah. Definitely good.
Well, I guess they just want to fight now. They're going to group up bottom. Icy's still not spending his gold. Maybe he does go for Blink and ZSMJ.
I think Blink is not very good for this game. They don't have anything to combo apart from maybe the Chen creeps. So the Darkseer can actually be taking a more farming oriented role. Bottom lane, they have to be really, really careful. Darkseer is coming finally.
They cancel that Ember TP, and now they're going to go in onto Air. He does have the mecha. Chen's in position to send it back if needed. They drop the Darkseer wall over top of it, and now Air He tries to fight his way out of this one. It looks like he may end up succeeding. He's pushed into the corner, finally dealt with by Dreamy U. As the chase breaks out, they lost their axe. The Clockwork also falling. Pretty Hall will be the trade. 3 heroes down. DK finding a big fight here in the bottom lane. And they will fight their way through the Hand of God, as well as the Chen ultimate. That's a lot of heals.
Yeah, they weren't in position. They weren't ready, basically. Their lineup, they have to like fight together with the creeps, and the axe actually got stormed by the 3 centaurs as well during the fight, and all the centaurs are gonna go down. That's huge for DK.
Oh, he went Force Staff for the Clockwork in the end.
I mean, it's still good, but I think Midas could have been a very good alternative here. But I mean, Force Staff is, like you mentioned, very good versus Clockwork. You must get a Force Staff against that hero.
Well, this is trouble for HGT. It looked like they were just going to be able to push down all these tier 1s, but...
That was very bad. Like, sometimes it's like someone says, I want to go top, push the wave before I come down, and stuff like this will happen.
Right.
I just want to drop one Iron Shell. Guys, wait for me. I'm
I'll be right there.
I'm going to make sure top lane pushes up before I come.
So, if you're HGT now, what do you do? Do you give up on pushing? Do you?
I think
you just farm now.
I don't think it's like totally bleak for them. Like I mentioned, their late game is still really good with bench Darkseer late game with the ultimate, with the wall, Ember and Shelfin. They still have very good late game. Maybe consider getting. I'm not sure if you actually want to consider going back for Midas on Shadowfin. Maybe you want to do that if you are already planning to slow things down.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a few. I've seen him. I think I have seen Air do that. Actually.
Yeah, it feels like it's still alright for him to go for Midas now. He has 1k gold. It's halfway there, but they still want to fight bottom now. They still want to fight bottom. TP bottom, and Chen has the auras now. He has the movement speed plus the Alpha Wolf.
Rocket comes in bottom lane, and well, Viper gonna get swapped and caught out. They actually saw these heroes. He mechs and retreats, and he might live, as it turns out.
Dead. Almost dead.
So tanky. That one rocket gonna force the rest of HGT back though.
Yeah, but still DK is very content in this position. They're against a Chen, like Darkseer Chen combination with Venge. Yeah.
They're actually 5-manning with their Yasha Morphling.
Okay, so he's going to build, maybe it's a Manta then, eBay, I don't know. Or just Manta. Either way.
This is just so aggressive from DK. They love fighting this lineup, like these guys just love to fight, no matter what the draft is.
Yeah, look at the Clockwork level. He got a few kills and he's like as high level as the Chen. I mean, as level as the Chen already.
Aggressive play from DK. They blink it with the call, and they grab Air. The Force Staff's there to try and help keep him safe, and now 2 heroes get vacuumed back. Leaping forward as the SMJ assassinates the axe. The rest of DK forced to retreat.
That Force Staff was really good. Oh, swap.
Oh no, he's got mech. He's gonna have to use it fairly soon. Hookshot from CTY. Nice cogs to cover the team.
That was really good defensive, like to save his team then by the caller.
Oh. Ember was thinking about chasing that, but not going to.
By the way, the Force Staff was really paid off there. That was a very, very timely Force Staff to get the Shadow King out of trouble, and they won the fight because of that.
Yeah, good against the cogs, but it seems also really good against the axe.
Yeah, I think this is definitely proven to be the better choice than the Midas. So Force Staff. It's worth it to actually win at least a fight there, saving a Shadow King.
Yeah, HGT not going to go for the Midas on Air though. He goes BKB now. Gets his Ogre Club.
Let's see. The BKB is actually not going to stop a lot of damage though. If you look at the lineup, DK, the major spell damage, the stuff that deals most spell damage is Viper Strike and Waveform. The rest are all basically physical damage, like okay, Clockwork, Battery Assault. Yeah,
and you're still going to be slowed by the Viper Strike. They still have Call, Spin,
and
the Chop.
He doesn't care if you're BKB, so...
Yeah. That's true. It does help you against like the cask and the bat, like just the stuns, but not so much against.
Yeah, I'm not sure how effective this will. I was actually thinking maybe he gets like something like a Skadi, HP plus armor will actually help more. Not sure though. Feels like the BKB is like, you know, like I'm not sure how much it will do to him, for him in the fights.
It also really does hamper their ability to farm quite a bit.
Yeah, that's the thing as well with BKB. Like I think you've seen a lot of Western players. They talk about how much they don't want to buy BKB too early. They want to delay it as much as possible.
It really gimps your like if you get the BKB and you don't do something with it almost immediately, you just fall behind.
Yeah, and not to mention with the you can't rebuy BKB, so it's very crucial not to waste the charge. Hook shot.
Nice by CTY. He catches out air. There is a send back available if they need it, but well, CTY's the one who gets turned on. They now swap back the Shadow Fiend. Now trying to hold the line. Black will be in the front. He's taking some Chen punishment though. ZSMJ finishes off the clockwork. Now they spring the trap. They turn it around, looking for more. Morphling even fight his way through this. He's a little drive-by from him as he's like, well, this isn't happening. He's going to run away.
Yeah,
They've been doing a good job of... DK just love to force fights, and HGT are just doing a good job of defending and punishing it.
Yeah, you saw how tanky the Shadow Fiend was with the mech. And the strength threats and like overclock.
Not to mention the ice armor now.
Yeah, even without the overclock he was gonna survive. And the Chen and bench. Yeah, that was just the anticipation of the supports was really good as well. They were like ready, like they know something was gonna they were gonna probably try something on the Shadow Fiend and they were just ready there to counteract.
Just going to the Shadow Fiend. Let's see, do HGT use this to try and take a fight? They bring their Shadow Fiend bottom. Still 2 tier 1s for them to grab. Well, ZSMJ is still playing catch-up. 2-0 and 6 on the Ember. He's actually done quite well, all things considered. But at 19 minutes, only phase and drums. In fact, in general, Winter, everyone seems very poor this game. Like, all 10 players seem relatively pretty poor.
19 minutes, 7k net worth. Yeah, usually safe lane you have like maybe 9,000 net worth, close to 10,000 at 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's just been so much dying and fighting and general moving around to take fights that nobody's really spending a whole lot of time farming. The leader is your Morphling, and he's only got about 5 CS a minute.
Yeah, he's gonna get his Manta. He already has enough gold for Manta. So that will actually help his split pushing a lot.
Air does get the tower bottom though. That if he wants the BKB, if he still wants to go for it, he's close. And
yeah, I think he definitely goes for BKB, starting with the overclock.
Chains are gonna catch out Dreamy U, but he does have a replicate available. He'll probably be hopping to that momentarily. Yeah, he's gonna give up on that tower. Not in deny range actually.
Their fireman is going to be very strong when they have the Crimson Guard. Crimson Guard mech Chen Q bench aura. Yeah, and the Chen creeps as well. He has cross armor like you mentioned. Double centaur. What else? I think maybe he can actually get the movement, the Alpha Wolf as well will be really good for their pushing lineup as well. If he actually finds one.
Yeah, the Alpha Wolf, sometimes you just have those games where it's like impossible to find, it feels like. I don't know, I feel like it's, especially with Doom. Whenever I'm Doom, I struggle to find an Alpha Wolf. But they're getting the Chen Ags very soon now. He's up to 1,500 gold, so his Ags will come out. He did go for the Arcane Boots first.
Look at what is waiting for him here. Granite Golem.
Basically what they do when they get the Ags is they get to your base, and they'll hit the buildings, the Granite Golem will get low, he'll Hand of God, they'll back off and wait for the Hand of God to cool down, and then they'll just start doing it again. And it's this incredibly annoying siege tactic that HGT love to employ.
Yeah, like they have Crimson Guard now as well, so they are very strong firemen now. Aegis, Crimson Guard, Mech, BKB, yeah, and the Chen creeps. This is very difficult for them to stop the push.
Morphling does manage to grab himself a Shadow Fiend replicate. And
you have the aura, minus aura.
Yeah, is he gonna spend his gold here? He's got Manta gold, but maybe he wants like an Eye of Scotty instead or something?
If he's not spending his gold, it means that he's not
E-Blade even? I don't know. It's a little weird to go back for an E-Blade after you buy this ultimate orb.
Yeah, he has ultimate orb. I think he finishes his guy if he doesn't buy Manta.
They continue to leave air parked here, but the Chen Ags is the big missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, look at that. If you want to have Ethereal Blade, so you can actually spam it on like the Shadow Fiend standing in front.
Yeah, either pop the Aegis or just force him to
Yeah,
BKB.
at least you force him back or something like so you can actually buy time for your team. Now he feels like he's indecisive though. He's not very sure, that's why he's still keeping his goal. He's not very sure what he wants to go for.
They're moving on mid now. Dreamy U and Cold Snap are pretty far out here. Does either team want to engage? They're going to Shadow Fiend get Viper Strike, or they're going to Viper Strike him, I should say. And well, looks like he'll end up possibly taking down one more nuke. Yep, there's your Aegis down. That was not a great use of the Aegis.
It's expiring soon.
Oh, it was expiring anyway. I guess it doesn't matter.
He just like wanted to use it.
1 minute left. Yeah, Morphling still saving gold.
Illusion.
I guess he's looking at a Scotty here.
Yeah, I'm feeling that because he hasn't spent anything for such a long time, it probably means a Scotty.
Incoming.
Just kind of a weird game. You've got so many aggressive gankers, and everyone's just not really trying to take fights. I guess the last few times DK tried, it ended very poorly for them.
DK tried, but he didn't. Yeah, they are actually very scared now because enemy's fireman is very strong with all the team items they have, like all the aura, the Crimson Guard, the mech, the Chen heal, and everything.
And now he's got Ags. Oh, does he have a Golem? Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I was talking about it a while ago. It's like saying this Granite Golem is waiting for the Chen.
MVP right here. You know, that thing gets really tanky as well when you persuade it.
It's very, very powerful, the aura.
2600 health. It goes up from 1900 or whatever to 2600.
Yeah, it's 15%. If you look at the Shadow Fiend, the Shadow Fiend now, Shadow Fiend has 1300, so he gets another 140 HP when the Golem's nearby. Ideally, you want to build like stats items when you have the Golem, like Skadi, Manta, so you actually benefit the most from the aura of the Golem.
Yeah, of course, on top of this, the Chen also has the 30-second cooldown ultimate to go with it, so the siege will begin momentarily from HGT.
He doesn't have so much mana to actually support the heals.
Yeah, he may need to go back to base at some point. Well, for now, he has 600.
Or he gets like, if you see Aoi, he actually mostly gets like a mana regen item, like a U Scepter on the Chen when he has X.
Okay, I have not seen him play Chen in this patch.
Yeah, it was just a top game. I watched his Chen. I saw his Chen playing. He builds like a minor mana item like
a Soul Rain or something, or
not Soul Rain, just a Blades or.
Gotcha. Morphling out to 3,800 gold, so yeah.
Still undecided on this item.
Well, maybe he's just waiting. Yeah, I mean, if he wants Scotty, it's just about ready. I think he's going to buy some components now.
Yeah, the courier is running towards the Sacred Shops, definitely. Unless he gets like some Eagles song. Okay.
What? Well, it is the shotgun. You know, I had a feeling, Winter, when he didn't buy the second ultimate orb.
You know, I was thinking, okay, probably he goes, yeah, I'm thinking shotgun is actually very good this game, then I see the Yasha, okay, maybe he gets the thing later, then he gets the orb, okay. Then he's not making his Manta, probably Skadi, then now he gets the Eagle song.
I think he's doing it just to troll the casters.
Nah, I think mostly I feel it based on like experience as a player. Sometimes when you're buying an item and your team goes like, dude, you need this item ASAP, just buy this item, and the guy just like, okay dude, I'm just gonna get the E-Blade now. Like,
see, that's where you like you hide the ultimate orb somewhere so they don't know that you wasted your gold on the wrong item. Or you do what Black did and just pop drum charges randomly when you're farming. Like, I swear I'm using them in fights.
Dire's middle tower is under
attack. I guess mostly when this stuff like this happens, it's like the player doesn't want to buy the item and his team is like, you need to get this item. So, call was bait.
CTY gets caught out. He does not have hookshot currently, and well, as a result, he gets incinerated by the Chen. Now let the push begin.
Yeah, he really needs the E-Blade to actually slow down the push though. That's like the primary reason why the team needs him to get this item.
The main concern for me is that they don't have anything good to follow up the E-Blade. Like, it's just the E-Blade.
Yeah, you just want to try and pop the bench or the Chen so that look at the Chen's HP, 1 point.
Look at this golem. It's surged. It's got an ion shell. What an annoying piece of crap.
Okay, that's some recall.
That was pretty janky. I didn't realize you could surge these things actually.
The golem, the granite golem.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize you can actually put the iron shell on the golem.
Yeah, because it says it's spell immune, but
yeah, why are you able to put the iron shell? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know, but it's cool. It's really cool. Maybe that's why they picked the Darkseer, you know?
Yeah, probably.
Darkseer is pretty good with Shadow Fiend in theory as well, if you get the combo just right. But
yeah, but none of them are getting blinks, so I don't think we're gonna see it.
Yeah, that's true. DK are not to be phased by this though. They're pushing up mid. They're leaving their Morphling bottom. Shotgun's ready, and Ember's gonna jump back to the waist. So now they bring in the dragon as well. Surged, ion shelled.
Why can you iron shell the dragon? And
What is this?
What is this?
It's like useless against the Viper, but it's very funny. Now they're just Viper striking these things.
He's gonna all heal. He's gonna heal the dragon.
And then he's gonna teleport it back.
What? What just happened?
Yeah, he's just test of faithing it back, dude.
Yeah, but what is it doing? Like,
I don't know what the plan is, but it's really entertaining to watch. It seems to be working. DK are slowly taking this bait. Cold Snap's dropping. The chains come out again. Now the dragon comes in again. Time for an Ion Shell Surge combo.
okay.
No? Alright. I feel like this is pointless, but really funny.
It feels like an intimidation, you know. Like the Chen is sending his creeps up, and the enemy team is like, "What is going on? What is this guy doing? Let's kill his dragon."
Suck on that. The dragon's just—it's having a battle for supremacy with the Viper. Who's the biggest, baddest flying creature in the fields of Dota?
Yeah, and now the dragon is gonna be sacrificed at the Roshan pit. What an ending! He just let his dragon die in the rush pit.
Did he really? You just fed it?
Yeah, he wanted to have a granite golem.
It was a noble sacrifice.
Yeah, that's the fastest way to kill your creeps. I wonder if someday Chen can actually automatically kill his own creeps with one button instead of having to do that.
Yeah, that way you wouldn't like lose your last creep,
yeah,
you know.
Just like Brood Mother, you know, what Brood Mother can do with the webs. Look at the granite golem with iron shell coming in.
Bum bum
wow,
bum
double
bum
granite golem.
bum bum bum.
What? Look at the damage.
The Golem Wars. The Great Golem Invasion of 2015. It begins now. Viper's trapped in the pit. He gets Requiem. The Golems are beating him down with ion shells. They're gonna club him to death. Oh, that poor, unfortunate Viper. Down for the count. Axe forced to run away. It's now a Roshan Golem battle. And it seems Roshan is losing this to the violent Golem, just beating him mercilessly. What a clowning Roshan.
Guess what? Another golem here.
Oh my god.
It'd be hilarious if the Chen has like 4 golems, literally.
This guy is a Golem Lord.
You know, that was a very ballsy move by DK. They smoked into the Roshan pit as Radiant side, knowing that HGT were previously trying to do rush. That was really, really ballsy. Very high risk play.
Honestly, dude, this DK lineup does not give a flying fuck. Like, they'll just do whatever they want. I have never seen a team just draft more randomly, be more aggressive. Especially a Chinese team. You know,
why would you feel that draft is weird? Like, apart from the clockwork support, everything else is actually pretty normal though. Like,
no, this game isn't even that weird. I'm just saying, like, in general, yesterday they picked Pudge. Was it Pudge Techies?
Pudge
they picked Pudge and then Techies got banned against them.
Was it Pudge support?
Yeah.
I mean, Pudge support is actually good, I feel.
Yeah, but it's just very experimental. You know?
Very gimmicky.
Yeah. They like to experiment. I think that's the main thing with this DK squad. Well, chase is over. The Golems are here. You can't win now.
Dude, he almost got like a 3-man call there.
They vacuum them back into the wall, though. Air gonna throw out the razors now. They're chasing out CTY. Getting caught and bursted to pieces. Air also low. during this time. He doesn't ever end up getting off his BKB. He's got Aegis though. Chop number 1 is secured. The Witch Doctor ult used just to zone, but the golems are pounding him and chasing him back. Another slight, another kill. CSMJ starting to rack up the damage. 3 heroes dead. Make it 4 unless Axe can run. 1 auto attack. No, they need more. But the golems are still here. The endless onslaught continues.
I'm keeping track of how many heroes the golems killed. So far, numbers are 2.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I feel like the golems are clones, though. You know, they're these dumb, mindless beasts, and as soon as one dies, another is there, waiting to take its place.
It feels like you're talking about Hydra.
Yeah. Well, they are like Hydra. They just keep on respawning. This is just such an entertaining style of play from HGT, though. I must say.
The Chen is gonna get, he has Void Stone, probably I think a use for him, like I mentioned. Either that or he wants to go for the biggest item the Void Stone can provide him, which is the Side of Ice. That could also be a good item for him at this point of the game.
Yeah, against the Morphling, that could be really good. That would probably be the main hero they need it for. Maybe Witch Doctor.
Witch Doctor has Axe, yeah? Yeah, he has Axe already completed.
Yeah, that could be big. He's been able to sit very far back, and HGT have just been running at his Death Ward.
It's actually, looking at the lineup, DK's lineup, I just realized that it's a very good game for a support like Witch Doctor. He has like literally 4 tankers, like everyone is going in front, taking damage, a big distraction. Clockwork is a big distraction, Axe is a big distraction. Viper obviously is also a big distraction in the fight. Like he can just, the reason he's getting all this full duration out of this is because of the draft around the Witch Doctor. He tried to stop the sandbag, but unfortunately it doesn't work.
They're just getting frustrated at this point, you know?
Get diffusers, right? I believe diffusers are the only things that actually stop the sandbag.
But you can't defusal the magic immune creeps, right?
Oh yeah, you can't defuse the... But it doesn't make sense. If you can't defuse the Granite Golem, why are you able to actually search the Granite Golem and put Iron Shell on the Granite Golem?
I don't know.
Probably a bug though. I'm not sure if it's actually purposely intended or it was just a bug.
Well, it does say for Surge that it pierces spell immunity, so... I don't know. Can you surge like a BKB ally? I didn't think you could.
No, you can't. You can't search a BKB ally. But if you actually put search first, then you BKB, it won't take away. Like if your Dark's here, you put search on yourself and you BKB, it won't take away the search.
I wonder why it says it pierces spell immunity then. That's very weird.
Wait, did they actually change it to make it similar to Empower?
It might have been changed, yeah. We've seen so little Darkseer that I have not really been thinking much about the hero lately.
Not sure. I haven't tried it myself recently, so I can't really say for sure. But Chen goes back for 4 stuff. Still really good versus the DK lineup. So it was just a casual mana regen item because you kind of need something to support your Axe mana consumption.
Yeah, 4 staff we saw earlier, very good against the Axe initiation, pretty good against the clockwork as well. Well, HGT kind of slowing the game down a little bit, and this is giving the Morphling time to get big. Scotty complete, Manta coming. Dreamio is getting to that point. He is up against the Darkseer though. Oh, CTY.
I think at some point the Morphling will actually be really hard to control because HGT's stuns are basically, like disables are basically the bench stun. Searing Chains is not very good against Morphling. And they're actually gonna build a Hex for the Darkseer. Top lane, IC get caught up.
Maledict used, Witch Doctor ult used, he 4 steps, he tries. Oh, actually, he turns this one a little bit, but he gets stuck in the end. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they jump on the Ember. Oh, he's able to leap away to safety with that Remnant real quickly. And now Black caught out. He will BKB dodging that stun, and a swap was already used. Big plays from Black. Nicely done.
Oh, the swap was a bit too early. I guess maybe he was actually trying to make... Maybe he was trying to make the Axe like confused. Like he knew the Axe had BKB, so he wanted to try and stop him from BKB. So the stun would be BKB. Yeah, but they're actually, like I mentioned, the last thing that I was talking about was they were actually going to build a hex on a Darkseer to actually fix some of the weakness of their lineup, not having good disables.
Yeah, I mean, Shadow Fiend in theory could as well, but he's probably going to go for right click here.
Scatty. He's definitely going Scatty.
Morphling almost has his completed Manta, as Dreamy will clear out this wave bottom. Well, we'll see if he even wants to complete the Manta.
We talked about the Manta like 10 15 minutes ago or something.
Damn it, Winter, at some point he's going to complete it. I swear.
I actually think he might not consider to complete it. He just wants the Yasha to farm. Because the illusions, I don't think you want to have more units against Ember, but at the same time, if you're speed pushing and Ember's not there, obviously it doesn't matter.
They do have a Hex now, though, and he did not go Linkage this game, so Dreamy U is going to have to be careful.
His next item choice could actually just... I feel it could also be a good game for him to get a BKB right now on the Morphling, so he's extremely strong in the fights. Because he doesn't, like, most of the damage coming from HGT are still a lot of spell damage. If he gets the BKB, he's gonna be having a lot of armor and spell immunity. Very hard to take down in fight.
Yeah, and they don't really have much to deal with that. Just a lot of physical damage.
Oh,
CTY, hello, sir. Caught out by the entirety of HGT.
Guys, I just found out that the enemy team has a side of ice. Take care, Morphling.
That's why I died, because I wanted to check if he had one.
Yep, a noble sacrifice. Well, I mean, it's not a very big deal, like, to be honest, that the clockwork death there is a support clock. So, and it was 5 heroes, so I don't think it was actually, like, sometimes when the enemy, like, moves around as 5 and, you know, you lose a support, it's not a big deal. Especially when he dies so far out of the map that the enemy can't really achieve any objectives, they can't siege your base, can't go for any towers in this case, no outer towers remaining, and there's no rush.
For now, though, HGT are getting split pushed really hard. So even though they find a nice pick off there, Dreamy U's up in their base.
Yeah,
they have the Hex though, but can they really kill him during this? They're gonna try. Just replicate this way. They're gonna need that second Hex on the Chen, I think.
Yeah, but he's like, let's be honest, he's not gonna get it anytime soon.
Don't you dare underestimate these golems.
Alright.
Have you seen how many creeps they've killed off? Dude, it's so frustrating to watch the Axe try to kill them. Well played. Gets the dunk.
Getting hunted bottom.
Chains are there, and he doesn't actually hit the hook shot. Quick kill for ZSMJ. And they are dancing near the Roche pit now. HGT up on the high ground, looking to scout this out a bit with Kaka. XPG will run away, and your Ember Spirit just gonna jaunt out. And now into the pit they'll go. Air's in here, Kaka to join him. Do they actually want to go for the Roshan? There's no clockwork to cleanly initiate this, no buyback either, 20 seconds on that. But it seems like DK want to fight anyway.
They can actually try to steal the Ace, maybe. Or something.
Black's looking for the initiation. He gets off a Battle Hunger and Icy Roast, about half HP. Dreamy U jumping forward. He's got the shotgun, quickly unloads it on the Venge, but she's okay for now. Air's okay for now as well. He's in the pit working on the Roshan, and Kaka will go down. The Aegis about to be claimed, and he's going to grab it. The cheese still sitting in the pit. And, well, where does Dreamy U go? He waves into the pit. He wants that cheese. Give me that cheese. No, Shen, you stole it from me. You will pay with your life. They'll get the first kill. Now Air dying. Gonna come back to life here soon. ZSMJ unable to fight against this Morphling, forced to run away. That leaves Shadow Fiend all by his lonesome. Where's the Darkseer wall? He's not dropping it yet. It looks like they're just all gonna end up leaving Air to his own devices. He does Requiem this. Venge coming in. They get the kill with the wall, as well as the follow-up. 3 dead. Make it 4. HGT, some big patience in that Roche fight. And they come out on top. They did buy back on Venge to win that one.
Alright, HG.
Uh-oh. This is, are we having a bad call now?
Yeah, we have.
Uh-oh. Well, this might turn into a solo cast if we can't get it working. Unfortunate.
Healing hand.
Hey, buddy.
Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, Air getting chased out a bit by the Viper here. He's going to turn and look to fight. Cold Snap. Is he tanky enough? Has the mech. He's not popped it just yet. Now he will. But he's getting out DPS, it looks like. CTY now trapped out in the cogs. He'll end up going down. Air holding the line and ZSMJ chasing forward. They lose 2 more. No buyback on Viper. No buyback on Clockwork. And that's going to be the death of XPG. It looks like nice dodge by ZSMJ. Now Remnant's past where the missed call was. And now they siege it out. Air here together. Chen throwing out the heals. He's got a cheese. He's going to pass it off. And Air now has the next extra life to work with. It seems like we've lost Winter here, unfortunately, guys. Well, HGT looks like they're going to give us some action. They're looking to push into the base. They're trying to go high ground. And they have got the whole team in tow. They did pop the cheese, and now the siege continues in earnest. They'll clear out the wave. 3 heroes still dead. Only 18 seconds and counting before the Viper as well as Witch Doctor will be back up and ready to rock and roll, though. Morphling has the shotgun. He is basically max agi, and they will go with the blink call into Air, but he gets swapped out to safety and kept alive. Now trying to re-engage. He mantas. He has the mech. He's going to pop it, and Dreamy U gets run down, it looks like. No. Surviving for now as he uses the E-Blade, but not long enough. The Hex ends him, and they're going to break through. HGT, well, maybe not. Hookshot from CTY right back in. They kill off CSMJ, and now Air's got to run as well. The splash damage enormous. They get the cast bounces going, but they do send back the Shadow Fiend, and that will probably cost Kaka's life. He gets shotgun, and he will end up going down. As Clockwork also gonna die, it looks like, pursued out by the Illusions. Almost finished off at the well. Barely surviving against that Darkseer wall.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Any better?
Yeah, this is much better.
Okay. Well, they held on. Let's see. They bought back on Morphling, though, so it was kind of costly.
What surge is this?
No, I guess it's not better.
Can I? Though?
I want to believe, Winter. I want to believe.
Anything is possible.
With enough faith. A little
They're
luck.
gonna catch the Chen. They're gonna catch the Chen here.
Pretty hot caught out. XPG gets off the Viper Strike. Now they throw out the cask and they look for the dunk. Well, Hand of God, but that's 5 heroes descending on him, so he does end up going down.
They need. It's difficult for them to actually get something out of this though. There's no rush and creep is so far away. So yeah, I think the Chen will be able to respawn before the high ground push if DK wants to go for that.
Who do you favor right now? It's Dire Side leading by 10k gold, 12k experience. Feels like Morphling is the strongest carry in this game, but the Hex has been a problem for him.
Yeah, Morphling is like the strongest type of right this game. I would say, the strongest. Like he's very fun. He moves around, but no one's gonna 1v1 the Morphling, yeah. So in a team fight composition like against HGT, it's difficult for the Morphling to actually fight into because of how strong they are as a unit with all the aura and the items that they actually chose to go for. And Shadowfiend with this butterfly is actually gonna be. I think Shadowfiend is the one strongest now because of the network ahead.
Takes a shotgun. Takes the shotgun down to about half, but he's okay for now. As they will Hand of God, continuing to heal him up.
Oh, they smoke, and the Witch Doctor is in the trees.
Oh, he revealed it right away.
Yeah, he was like, huh, how did he actually get stuck there? 4 star? He doesn't have a 4 star. Quelling Blade?
I don't know. He has a Quelling Blade.
Yeah,
did you notice this before?
No,
I did not notice this Quelling Blade until now.
He wants to, like I mentioned, hide somewhere to drop his ulti. Like his team has will rely a lot on him to deal a lot of damage. But at this point, I feel the Shadowfiend's last item is gonna basically make him immortal. Like
Get a
The
Satanic next, do you think?
Yeah, Satanic should be his next final pickup mech.
That's going to be very tough for DK to deal with. DK at this point. Their base opened up. Sorry, what?
They will also have another Shivas, like another team-based item on their side, on the darks here.
Well, DK has gone Team Aghanim Scepter. They've got 4 Aghanim Scepters right now. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yep, I just noticed that.
It's pretty funny.
Morphling going for MKB now against the butterfly, but I'm not sure though. In the team fight with all the minus aura, minus aura from the bench and the Shadow Fiend, and all the team items, it's not gonna be easy for him to deal damage. So even if he manages to finish the MKB before the next fight, it's gonna be very difficult for him. I feel they need like the X and the clockwork to actually be able to target the Chen and the bench to take these both crucial supports out of the fight before the morphing is able to do work in the team fight. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to kill anyone.
The problem is the Chen and the Venge are really farmed though. Like they have Ags on the Venge. Chen has the Ags for Staff. It's very difficult to actually kill these heroes. They really need. I feel like they need the Axe to jump them if they want to get that kill.
The Chen, they need to be going on them during when the morphing is trying to kill someone. Otherwise, the morphing basically can't kill anybody.
Right. HGT are still hanging back here in the bottom lane. It's DK who looked to apply some pressure, but Morphling's not with them. He doesn't have a replicate up either. No BOTs.
No replicate up. That's actually very weird. And this is just like the new buff, like making Chen such a potent support in games like this. Send your creeps, like his creeps are now Granite Golems, pushing one lane, and the team is pushing the other lane, and he just resummons when the enemy is trying to kill him. And
there's nothing you could do. You can't stop them. Yeah. You can't kill them in time.
Who can actually kill the creep in time? Like I don't think anyone can.
Unless you have like a PA who gets a big crit or something, like you're never gonna kill them before they get pulled back.
Are there any magic? If it's the Granite Golem, you can't really do anything, yeah? It's magic immune.
Yeah. It's very frustrating.
It is.
Time for another Roshan for HGT. They want to take this. DK looking to contest now. Laying into the Granite Golem number 1. One of them somehow ended up on the hill because he resummoned them with the Test of Fate. That's awkward.
Can you actually force stuff the Granite Golem? I think you can though. Here comes the hook shot on the Granite Golem.
Well, he got the Golem. I think he wanted the Roshan. Not ideal. Chains will come through onto C2I and XPG. Now, they lay into Cold Snap, and he drops very quickly to your double damage Shadow Fiend. Plus 400 damage. A walking siege tank. Well, actually he doesn't have feet, so he's more of a floating siege tank. But either way, he's a tank.
He's very big.
They're gonna catch out XPG now. Nice swap initiation from Kaka, and they can just keep on doing that. Once you start losing heroes against the level 17 Venge with an Ags, good luck ever escaping. They'll get stunned, they have the swap ready. As soon as Morphling tries to get out of here, they can just swap them right back in, and that's what they'll do. BKB pop, but they look to run him down with some auto attacks. Venge has cheese anyway, and Morphling is forced all the way back to the well. No more Mon on Kaka. He does have the cheese if he wants to use it. That's one lane of Rex. HGT looking to make it 2. The Chen Shadow Fiend strat working its magic again. And I think we're going to start seeing more and more teams banning at least one of these heroes against HGT. They just used the duo so well. They didn't even really get to execute it the way they wanted, but they end up taking it here. It looks like GG's coming out. DK can't 2-0 them, but they do get the 1-1 victory. Or 1-1 tie. Which for them I think is a victory. With that, it seems like the call may be acting up a bit. But guys, thank you for joining us. Be sure to follow Winter on Twitter, twitter.com/WinterDota. And you can follow myself if you'd like at LDDota there as well. VODs will all be up at youtube.com/BeyondTheSummitTV. Thank you very much for watching. That concludes today's broadcast. We'll have a rebroadcast starting soon. In the meantime, I think Cyclops and Egads, possibly Base Kipper, wrapping up their own casts at twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit2, 3, and then /Baseskip. So with that all said, guys, thank you for watching. We love you dearly. Have a good one. Even though you're all a bunch of knuckleheads.